I'm Todd. Today I'm going to be telling you about the mushroom blading mug. A mug is a type of cup that's usually used to consume hot beverages. It has a handle which you can hold, and if you put hot beverages into the cup, you can hold it without burning your hand. It's very easy to use. Let me show you. So here's some coffee. You basically just hold the coffee above and tip in and pour the liquid into the mug. Like so. This particular mug is 3.1 inches wide. It's 3.9 inches tall. It is 100% ceramic, and it has a filling capacity of 11 fluid ounces. For beginner and intermediate beverage consumers, we recommend a maximum filling capacity of about 10 ounces, and that's going to give you a little bit of leeway. It's going to help you avoid spills until you have enough practice to where you can fill it to a full 11 ounces and be confident that you're not going to spill. The mug is compatible with pretty much any beverage on the market. You can use it to consume coffee, tea, milk, water, orange juice, apple juice, beer. It's basically UFS with any beverage. It's also compatible with pretty much any straw that's on the market is going to fit into the mug. So I'm just going to do a run through of how to use a mug. Once you've filled the mug with your beverage, to take a sip, what you want to do is rest your bottom lip on the outside of the mug, like so, and then tilt the mug slowly so you can consume the liquid. Like so. There are a few options when it comes to how to hold the mug, various grips. As you can see, my go-to is the classic, I put my thumb on top of the handle, and I put my index finger and my middle finger into the handle, like so. And then I kind of rest this finger on the outside of the handle. And this allows for a nice controlled, nice relaxed hold. And this hold is pretty standard. It's my go-to. It's very comfortable to hold, and it works really well for the sip. Some variations are the fist grip, in which, depending on the size of your hand, some people can get all 4 fingers. My hand is a little bit large, so I opt for 3 fingers, and I rest my pinky on the bottom, and this is called a fist. Now this hold is a little bit more intense than the standard thumb on top hold. It's kind of like if you're really getting amped up and you want to take an intense sip, and you're thinking about things, and you're getting inspired. This is like oh, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm getting ready, You can see it has more of an intensity to it than the standard thumb on top. And feel free, while you're holding the mug like this, to kind of flex your arm and have a good posture, and be proud of yourself while you're consuming the beverage. Another option is what I like to call the cozy. Now this is for like if it's fall or winter, maybe it's cold outside. For the cozy, you usually want to put, if you have a hood, put your hood up. If you have a blanket is really good to drape over yourself. And a key component to the cozy is to pull your sleeves well over your knuckle, like so, on both hands. Okay, so your thumbs are still exposed, but a little bit hidden. And you want to hold the cup with two hands, like so. You don't, I like to put my hand through the handle. And the point here is to get heat from the cup and kind of like hold it with both hands like, oh yeah, it feels nice and warm and cozy. And you kind of want to maybe look off into the distance and like think about, maybe something that's a little bit sad or something, a memory from the past, and just enjoy the heat of the cup and just enjoy that moment, like so. And then when you're ready to take a sip, you simply lift the cup to your mouth with both hands. And then continue to hold the cup with both hands and look off. That's the cozy. There's also the dainty, which is usually reserved for a smaller cup, espresso. We do not recommend the dainty with the cup, but if you want to get adventurous and go for it, what you do is you hold the cup with your thumb and your index finger and middle finger, and it's kind of a dainty, it's like this. Again, I don't recommend this if you don't have a lot of strength in your fingers. Again, this is typically reserved for a small espresso cup, but you can do the dainty with the mushroom blading cup, like so. You can see I was trembling a little bit because it's a little bit larger and heavier than you normally would do the dainty, but you can do it. Now, a move that I like to do is called the post-sip nod. And what you do, any grip, it's up to you, you take a sip, and then after you take a sip, you nod. Let me demonstrate. You see, I simply nodded after I took the sip. And what this does is it shows that you approve of the beverage that you've just consumed. And it's a way to show respect to the beverage. Let me show you once more. So it's an acknowledgement that the flavor of the beverage is good and you like it. Now, you can do the post-sip nod in any mug. It doesn't need to be a mushroom blading mug. However, I find that it means a lot more when you're supporting and representing while you do the post-sip nod. So it adds an element of emotional empowerment, and it's a little bit more believable because you're supporting and representing. Now, I like to use the mushroom blading mug before I go skating. I wake up in the morning and I'm consuming a caffeinated beverage. And consuming the caffeinated beverage with the mushroom blading mug gets me amped up and excited to go do the activity that the mug is supporting and representing. I like to think about tricks that I'm gonna do. I like to, get excited, get amped up. And the combination of the caffeine intake and supporting and representing with the mushroom blading mug, it's a perfect combination to get me amped up and ready to go inline skating. Top up here. You can also use the mug after skating. After a good day of skating, maybe you want to continue to support and represent. The mushroom blading mug is a great way to do that. So I like to maybe consume a cold beverage after skating, maybe some cold water, maybe kombucha. If you consume alcohol, maybe have a cold beer in it. Again, the mug is designed for hot fluids. However, it is compatible with cold beverages for post-skating consumption. The mug is primarily designed for at-home use. However, you can take the mug outside of the home. You can actually take the mug into your car and you can drive and consume the liquid, consume your beverage while you're driving. It is a little bit risky. You could spill in the car or on yourself, because there's motion. And typically I don't like to tell my wife that I'm consuming a beverage out of a mug while I'm driving because she probably won't approve. She would probably tell me to use like a covered cup, something that's a little bit more spill proof. So keep in mind that you are taking a risk when you do that. Also, you could consume a beverage in the mushroom blading mug while you're skating. You could use it during skating. Now I wouldn't recommend this unless you're an expert beverage consumer, someone who's got a lot of practice with consuming beverages, because like you'll be skating and you have to really know what you're doing in order to not spill. So again, I wouldn't recommend filling to a full 11 ounces. I would keep it maybe between 9 and 10 max while you're using it while you're skating. But that is possible. Now, we did some peer-reviewed double-blind studies on this, and we did find that people enjoyed consuming their beverages 11% more out of a mushroom blading mug compared to regular mugs. And 11% might not seem like a whole lot, but if you are consuming a beverage every day of the year, that's 365 days, multiply that by 11%, that's a 4,000% increase in the enjoyment of your beverage over the course of a year. Actually, there were no, it wasn't a peer-reviewed or double-blind study. Actually, there wasn't a study. We didn't actually do a study. Thanks for watching.